Welcome back, people. Fat Bloonski is coming at your neck with an extremely fun and deadly PvE Titan build for the new changes coming in Season of Dawn. Bungie is finally buffing Code of the Devastator, which is the middle tree on Sunbreaker Titan, making it more lethal than ever. Now let me go over the changes so you can better understand this build. But real quick guys, if you could please leave a like on this video right now, it would help me out tremendously. And if you could hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, that would be amazing. Alright, now let's get back to it. The first buff coming to this class is a buff to the throwing hammer. The impact damage is getting increased from 100 to 120, and the pickup radius for the hammer is increasing from 2 meters to 3.5 meters, which means you won't have to get as close to pick it up. As most of you guys already know, you can actually throw the throwing hammer, and if you pick it up off the ground, it will refresh the cooldown on the hammer. Next is a buff to Roaring Flames. Roaring Flames is a perk that increases our ability damage each time we get an ability kill, and it stacks 3 times. Bungie is increasing the damage bonus from 10% to 25% per stack inside of PvP, although it would have been nice if this was also in PvE as well, but oh well, no worries. They're also increasing the duration of Roaring Flames from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. The last buff to Middle Tree Sunbreaker is a buff to Burning Maul. Burning Maul is a super of this class, and they're increasing the duration from 21.2 seconds to 28.5 seconds, which is nearly a 7-second increase, which is insane. They're also reducing the light attack energy cost from 5% to 3%, and they're making the heavy attack land more consistently against airborne targets, so you can finally get those pesky hunters. All in all, these changes are going to drastically improve this subclass, which is nice because this subclass is super fun. Now let's get on to the build. This build is going to utilize Monte Carlo, Wormgod Caress, Hands-On, and Enhanced Impact Induction. After reading about the buff to the throwing hammer, I immediately knew Monte Carlo would be my go-to for this build, because Monte Carlo will allow you to keep refreshing your melee ability just from getting kills with it, and if you get a kill with the throwing hammer, then it'll reload Monte Carlo, as well as grant you Markov chain times 5, which is nasty. You won't even have to try to pick up the throwing hammer if you don't want to, because Monte Carlo will keep refreshing your melee ability. Since this build is heavily reliant on using our melee ability, then it only makes sense to use Wormgod Caress. Wormgod Caress grants us the perk Burning Fist, which will increase our melee damage for a short time after getting a melee kill, and any additional kills will extend the duration and increase the effects of Burning Maul. This makes it very easy to keep chaining melee kills because after each kill your melee damage is increased. This leads me into why we're using Hands-On. Hands-On gives us bonus super energy on melee kills. You can get your super back insanely fast just by getting melee kill after melee kill, and it'll be easy to get those melee kills because of Wormgod Caress and Monte Carlo. You'll practically never have to wait for your melee to recharge, and if you do, it's like 5 seconds. It's so much fun. I feel like Thor, but a fire. On to the last piece of this build, which is a nice little cherry on top, Enhanced Impact Induction. Enhanced Impact Induction will greatly reduce our grenade cooldown whenever we cause damage with our melee ability. So since we're going to use our melee ability so much in getting kills, and we don't have to get kills to proc Enhanced Impact Induction, we just have to cause damage, we're going to have a grenade back a lot because we're going to use our melee a lot. It just makes sense. As you can see, there's so much synergy to this build, and it's only going to get better once the buffs to the class go through. Not to mention any artifact mods that will be available in Season of Dawn. So this season we utilize Arc and Void abilities, so it's inevitable that the artifact mods in Season of Dawn will utilize solar abilities. But that's it from me guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Try this build out and you'll see just how much fun it really is. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me out. You can also follow me on Twitter at @fat_bloonskis, where I post when my videos go live. And you can also follow me on Instagram at @fat_bloonskis. And I just made it, so go ahead and hit that follow button. Check out my other videos as well. I have some great content in there. But with all that being said guys, deuces.